I'm going to share a secret with you that's slightly off topic from the last videos I've done. And as to the title, it's a tinfoil hat on for all you conspiracy theorists. Let's be honest now, we've cut them. We seem all out of conspiracy theorists because official information being presented to us doesn't be being accepted by the general society, and that means the majority. There's no pleasure in this because it's frankly disturbing, the misinformation. But anyway, the secret. You might have heard of a material called Mylar. Mylar is to all intents and purposes, a space-age technology material that resembles tin foil, but instead of being tin foil, it's much more kind of scrunchy. You can sort of get it in your hand and put it into a tight ball and then pull it back out again. It will be creased, but it will still retain its efficiency. Anyway, Mylar is the only known substance that protects against 5G and radiation from smart meters and all actually devices that we use on a day-to-day basis. So you can use Mylar in many different ways. You can buy Mylar from a Mylar supplier, and it actually costs quite a lot per square meter. Or you can buy exactly the same material as an emergency blanket from eBay for about £1.30. If you can still find them for that price. That was a little while ago. Maybe, okay, call it £2. $2.40, €2.20, whatever the exchange is at the moment. Seems to be going up anyway. It's a brilliant material. It will also block UV, so if you have a conservatory or you have a window that lets in too much light and it's damaging furniture, or you simply want to block out some UV or make some UV protection for maybe garden furniture. So it's got a lot of practical uses. This was the stuff they claimed was wrapped around the lunar module lander in 1969, although it was a gold version. It stemmed from that technology. We won't go into the fact that it would not last under the pressures of space or the heat from the thrusters, but yeah, we don't need to go there at this stage. So that's the secret here. Off topic, as I say, but Mylar is an incredible material. You can put it up against your face and you can feel the reflective qualities back onto it like no other material. And again, it's one of these things that was, people may remember a program called Tomorrow's World that was run on the BBC, went on for decades. It was just fantastic. They cancelled it because it really was giving out a lot of information that they'd rather we didn't have, and that's just being frankly honest. And if you go back and look at the archives of Tomorrow's World, you'll see inventions that people have come up with that just never made it to market, that would have made health, transport, education, everything just better, and these people were just quashed. But that's by the by. Tomorrow's World did a piece on Mylar as well, and it just hasn't been promoted to the mainstream. It's so cheap, it does block radiation, it does block smart devices. If you were to make a wallet out of it or a pouch, pop your phone in on everything, on Bluetooth, on Wi-Fi, on full signal, nothing would get to that phone. So you could, again, you can protect RFID chips with it inside your wallet, inside your pocket. It can go, you're going to think this is crazy, it can even be sewn into hats for all you tinfoil Californians out there. It might come to that if they turn on the 5G everywhere and people start feeling nauseous and a little bit unusual. I turn off my Wi-Fi, not all the time, but a lot of the time at night, and you can feel the peace, the difference. And we don't have what we describe as walls, traditional walls, on our property at all. So it's noticeable, the difference in frequency and pitch in your ears, the night's sleep, actually dreams. And again, some people will listen to this and think, what bloody hell is he talking about? But I know that there's a group of people listening to this that will understand exactly what I'm talking about. When the first generation of mobile phones came out and I was working in an office, I had to clip one to my hip to be constantly available to suppliers and to customers, etc. I developed a phantom buzz on my hip when my phone wasn't even anywhere near me. My hip would start to vibrate. This was 2000 actually, and then 2001. So business phones, really, and high powered, can be reached anywhere in the country, whether you're on the road or in an office or in a built up area. I think that oddly, the reception seemed to have been better then than it is now. So, don't really know what that says. So, there's the tip, bit of Mylar. You just never know. And forgetting the conspiracy side of things, if you have a greenhouse, or you're growing food, or you need some sun protection, or you need a bit of extra insulation that really can't be noticed, it's microfine. It's less than 0.1 millimeter thickness, so it can go anywhere. Just remember this. It's a really good tip. It was passed on to me years ago by a science channel, actually, called Green Power Science, a guy called Dan Rojas, and he was my first introduction into solar energy, green energy, thermodynamics. His videos are quite old now, but I guarantee if you looked up Green Power Science and Dan Rojas, you'd like him. He's a cracking bloke, and his wife's nice as well. Got a dog, and he set his homestead up in America with a multitude of different devices, solar thermodynamics, solar powered lasers, cutters, barbecues, grills. You learn a lot from a man like this. I have. So please, if you like this video and you like the audio information, I should say, have a look at it. If you're concerned about the oncoming effects of radiation from smart meters, from 5G devices, from maybe they're putting up lampposts outside your house, cutting down the trees, fitting 5G beacons, this will provide a barrier of protection. And yes, it stems back to the tinfoil hat days of the Californians in the late 60s and early 70s. But like we discussed, or I discussed in an earlier video, the CIA do like to label, not just the CIA, people that have the solution to a problem as conspiracy theorists, when they actually also provide the solution to the problem available via retail, which is Mylar. Cheers.